No thanks, bro.
In this video, we're gonna see why Leon Kennedy is the most loved character in the Resident Evil franchise. Alright, let's first talk about what makes a character good. There are a ton of different factors that can contribute to a character's appeal. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to one thing: relatability. Think about it. When you're watching a movie or playing a video game, aren't you more invested in the characters who you can relate to on some level? Maybe you see a bit of yourself in them, or maybe you just admire certain qualities they have. Either way, when we feel a connection to a character, we're more likely to root for them and become invested in their story. But it's not just about relatability. A good character also needs to be well developed. We need to understand their backstory, their motivations, and their actions. They should have strengths and weaknesses, virtues and flaws, that make them feel like real, three-dimensional people, rather than just cardboard cutouts. At the end of the day, what makes a character good is subjective. Everyone has different tastes and preferences. But if a character is relatable, well-developed, and feels like a real person, rather than a one-dimensional stereotype, they're likely to become beloved by fans for years to come. And this is where Leon triumphs compared to other characters. He got a personality that everyone loves. From his first appearance in Resident Evil 2, it was clear that Leon was something special. Unlike other video game protagonists who often come across as stoic or one-dimensional, Leon had a personality that shone through. Perhaps it's his dry wit and sarcasm that draws people in. Even in the midst of fighting for his life, Leon manages to crack a joke or two. Or maybe it's his unwavering determination to do what's right, no matter the cost. Whatever it is, there's something about Leon that just resonates with people. One thing that sets Leon apart from other characters in the series is his relatability. He's not a superhero. He's just a regular guy who's been thrust into extraordinary circumstances. He's not invincible, and he's not afraid to show his vulnerabilities. This makes him feel more human and approachable than other characters who might come across as too perfect or untouchable. But it's not just his relatability that makes Leon such a standout character. It's also his unwavering sense of morality. He's a man who's willing to stand up for what's right, even if it means going against authority or risking his own safety. He's not afraid to make tough choices or sacrifice his own well-being for the greater good. And in a world where we're often faced with difficult moral dilemmas, it's refreshing to see a character who's so unapologetically righteous. Overall, Leon's unique combination of humor, relatability, and unwavering morality are what make him such a beloved character. Whether you're a die-hard Resident Evil fan or just appreciate a well-crafted character, there's no denying that Leon S. Kennedy is a force to be reckoned with. Leon is not just a badass hero who can kick some zombie. He's also a complex and realistic character who has grown and changed over the course of the series. He has faced some of the most terrifying and challenging situations imaginable, and he has always come out stronger and wiser. But what makes Leon so awesome is not just his skills and courage, but also his personality and heart. He has a charismatic and likable personality that balances seriousness and humor. He has a sense of justice and compassion that drives him to protect the innocent and fight against evil. And he has a romantic side that makes him vulnerable and relatable. So before we take a look at Leon's journey and character development, I just want you to consider liking this video if you are enjoying it. It will really mean a lot. And let's start with Resident Evil 2. This is where we first meet Leon, a young and naive police officer who arrives in Raccoon City on his first day on the job, only to find himself in the middle of a nightmare. He teams up with Claire Redfield, a college student looking for her brother Chris, and together they try to escape the city and stop the evil Umbrella Corporation. Leon's character development in Resident Evil 2 is amazing, as he goes from being a clueless and inexperienced cop to a brave and resourceful survivor. He also forms bonds with other characters, such as Sherry Birkin, a little girl infected by the G-Virus, and Ada Wong, a mysterious spy who helps him along the way. Leon's relationship with Ada is one of the most intriguing aspects of his story, as he falls in love with her despite her ulterior motives and betrayals. Ada's death at the end of Resident Evil 2, or so we thought, leaves a lasting impact on Leon, who becomes more cynical and disillusioned with his job. I love Leon's story in Resident Evil 2 because it shows how he adapts and learns from his experiences. He doesn't let fear or despair get to him. He keeps fighting for what he believes in. He also shows his human side by caring for Sherry and falling for Ada. He's not perfect. He makes mistakes, but he tries his best. 6 years later, Leon returns as an agent for the US government, assigned to rescue the president's daughter, Ashley Graham, from a sinister cult in Spain. Leon's appearance and personality have changed significantly since Resident Evil 2. He now sports longer hair and a leather jacket, and he displays more confidence and humor in his dialogue. Leon's character development in Resident Evil 4 is also impressive, as he faces new challenges and enemies, such as the Ganados, the Los Illuminados cult, and their leader Osmond Sadler. He also reunites with Ada Wong, who is once again involved in a complex web of intrigue and deception. Leon's relationship with Ada is further explored in Resident Evil 4, as he struggles to trust her and understand her motives. He also develops a friendship with Luis Serra, a former researcher for Sadler who aids him in his mission. Leon's loyalty and courage are tested throughout the game, as he fights to save Ashley and stop Sadler's plan. Finally, there's a cultural phenomenon called literally me characters, which are the characters that people relates with so much. These characters doesn't look boring and vague, and there's something weird but fascinating about them. And Leon is a perfect fit for that. He is confident and cocky, and trauma has changed him a lot, and people loves enjoying characters change either in a good way or bad way. So this was my attempt to analyze the character of Leon Kennedy. So now I have a question for you. What's your opinion on him? And do you want to see more character analysis in future? Let me know in comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you already aren't. And at the end, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Take care.
Women.